Everybody ready? All right. It's good to get back on the field today. I thought guys, building off of Sunday's practice or whatever, y'all know the day. Our Sunday practice. I thought we had good energy that day. Obviously today been able to implement some of the details of game plan, but really just trying to have as much focus on the fundamentals, technique, making sure that we're clean and sharp and disciplined and where we're supposed to be, what we're supposed to do, and then just really pushing the utilization of those techniques and fundamentals to allow us to have the power that we have. And I thought our guys, there was good competition, some good speed work, against each other. But obviously as we get into this week, a lot of unknown of what we might face. So trying to throw a lot at them, trying to challenge them with a bunch of different looks, and just really work on the response of what we might face throughout the course of a practice. But also trying to prepare ourselves for what we might see here Monday night. But it was a good day, and we'll go and work and build upon that tomorrow.
It's been a long time since a lot of these guys have practice after losses. So what have you seen from them in practice the last week?
No, guys, there's definitely a sense of urgency for improvement, and we need that urgency every single day, whether it's after a loss, after a win. That is the objective, to go get better. And there were things that showed up in the game that were disappointing, that are uncharacteristic. Whether it was sometimes we abandoned our technique fundamentals, sometimes we were slow on trusting our eyes and where we're supposed to be, what we're supposed to do. Some of the details in our communication that have to be on point. So when you see those things show up, and then just simply some of the reactionary things that show up in the moment, and that's we practice the way we practice to try to build confidence in that moment of truth. And so I think guys understand. There's like I said, the coaches. Obviously we got ownership in everything, and we have to make sure that we're doing things better to help put these guys in position to be better. But then also the players' ownership of it's not every one of those times that you want to ever look back and be like, this is what I talked to you about, so that you have you don't face this. But when you see it in action, you understand the importance of those little things, and it's just little areas where we have to get better. And I think the guys are definitely taking ownership and understanding of why it needs to continue to improve.
Boston College's DC. He's been out of college game a really long time, but he's coached a ton over that time. What does he do? What do you guys know about him?
They do. It's trying to get a big picture scope. You have so many years in National Football League, USFL, XFL. Very well respected and talented coach, defensive coordinator. And they do a lot. You see a variation of coverages, one high, two high, man. This was one of the top playing man defenses, a year ago. There in the country, and obviously those guys are built for it. They can do it, but also on the flip side of it, he'll run a variety of coverages. Good pressure packages, 3 down, 4 down, multiple looks on the front. They can get offensive challenges on different ways that they try to fit things. He's a good coach, and he's got a great path. In his coaching career, you've been under some awesome coaches as well, so you kind of see a sprinkle of all that on a bunch of different professional teams and things that he implements into his defense.
How did you see from the linebackers today in terms of triggering, less hesitant?
Yeah, that's something that obviously you go back into the game. We've had guys that have been a little bit limited, in practice, throughout camp, and obviously. When they got opportunities, there were some times that they were hesitant, and your guys that are either younger or new that have to take that step, and just the confidence in their communication, confidence in where they're supposed to be, how they're supposed to fit, and we're all working to get back to that standard of how we want to operate. But I thought there was definitely a good growth. You saw guys working to trigger faster, to communicate better, and that's what we need to continue to see throughout the course of the week. But I thought it was a good step today.
Coach, coming off a loss, can it be difficult to block out the outside noise? Do you have to tell guys to get off their phones, or do you just focus on what's inside the building?
No, I'd be, there's always going to be outside noise. There's going to be outside noise in success. There's going to be outside noise in defeat. And obviously, what you're willing to allow into your mind is you've got to own. And you can hear this thing. The mind will lie to you. If you allow it, when you're doing really well, It wants you to take a deep breath and be comfortable, and because of what you've been able to accomplish. Whenever you face adversity, if you allow doubt and and uncertainty come in, it will too. But I mean, you just got to stay the course of being who you are, continuing to work, continuing to get better. I mean, and those are things that we can control. But everybody's going to have an opinion, and that's the reality. You can tell them to get off their phones, and you're going to talk to people, and so it doesn't. I mean, at the end of the day, know what's real, trust what's real, and you continue to work to go get better.
Some of the guys that were playing their first college game, some of the guys first game before city, when they had challenging moments, like what did you see?
Good response. I mean, and those are. We're not going to put everybody on the field. We don't feel is ready to help us team win games. And with those experiences, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's tough. But I think those guys. I really like this team. I like their mindset. I like their approach. That's why it hurts so bad whenever you see them come up short of what they're capable of. But it's a response to come and get better, and that's what I've seen.
Ever talk to the guys? Is it a distraction if you kind of talk about the fact that all the goals are still ahead of you guys, or is that something that's important to go over?
It doesn't. I mean, to say it doesn't matter. It doesn't. I mean, it's like for what's ahead is today. Is an opportunity to go get better. We've had our experience. Obviously, we played a game. We've done all the things in fall camp, and that was the result. Go be better today. Go put everything that you have. So come Monday night, we're able to put on display who we are. The rest of that will be stuff you figure out later. I mean, at the end of the day, it's still about us. It's about what we're willing to do, what we're willing to showcase, what we're willing to work for, what we're willing to invest, and then you just go be you. And that's what I want for these players. The rest of what's ahead and what it can be, great, wonderful. Let's just go get better. And if that shows up, man, I got a lot of confidence in this team.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys.